I guess today's the day I tell you guys about how I had a 500 milligram edible and I thought that my best friend was trying to murder me. For those of you that don't know, I have a lot of medical conditions and they come with a lot of chronic pain. This particular weekend, I was out at an anime convention and I was really struggling to enjoy myself because I didn't have any of my painkillers. Mr. Karma recommended going to a smoke store and getting some kind of low-dose edible. Now, these were completely legal. So the cashier was really shilling this Nerds Rope gummy. I don't know why, but in hindsight, it's because it probably was not legal and it was probably laced with stuff. Mr. Karma, who has done some not legal things in the past, said that the experience was probably most akin to like acid or something like that. Again, I was expecting low dose THC just to numb the pain. I didn't want to get high. So anyways, we go back to the hotel and I'm Googling and it says I only need like 5 to 10 milligrams, but Mr. Karma insists he's a pro and he's like, no, we'll split this in half and we each do 500. But anyways, I love my husband so much that I trusted him even though every article on Google said I shouldn't. Now here's where it gets worse. I eat the gummy and Mr. Karma turns on YouTube in the hotel room. Now what does he turn on? A video essay about human consciousness. Now right as they're talking about decapitating people and putting their brains into robots, Mr. Karma says something along the lines of, do you see the infinite vertices of our existence on the wall? And I was like, what? And so I'm staring at the wall and that's when all hell breaks loose. Insert the start of a horrible trip. I try to stand up and I immediately fall face first on the floor. I'm screwed. I can't even walk. It took me a few minutes, but I was able to crawl to the bathroom where I started projectile vomiting into the toilet. Mr. Karma's like, hey, get in the shower to sober up. And I was like, dude, I'm going to drown if I get in the shower right now. Like, I can barely lift my head. I started getting really panicked because, again, I'd never done drugs before and this was not my intention. But fortunately, my best friend was also at the hotel, so I called her. I was convinced I needed to call 911, but I knew at the same time I was very inebriated. And I was like, girl, I need you to come here and let me know if we need to call an ambulance because I think I'm gonna die. My best friend comes over and I'm like laying on the floor and suddenly I start getting this paranoia that my best friend was plotting to murder me this entire time. I legit thought she drugged me in order to kill me and she was stopping me from calling the ambulance because she didn't want anyone to save me and she wanted me to die. Why? I don't know. I started like panicking, to be honest, and I didn't know what to do because again, I could barely move. I was essentially paralyzed from how high I was. In fact, I thought I was having a seizure like on multiple occasions, but apparently it was just my own heartbeat, according to my best friend. It was a horrible night, and let's just say I was high for like 4 days straight. Every time I ate, I would once again become violently high, and I would start crying because I was like, not this again. So yeah, that was my first and last experience doing drugs. Don't do drugs, kids. It's scary.